Now the next two sections, H and I, are one concept that gets mixed up. The concept between third-party payments and payments to subcontractors. Okay? And people confuse it because the normal definition of third-party payment and a payment to subcontractor for the average person is the same. With the Canada Revenue Agency, a third-party payment, and in the Income Tax Act, has a specific definition. A third-party payment is a payment, generally speaking, to a university or a public research institution. So I pay University of Toronto, or I pay National Research Council, who's doing a study on something related to my industry. And maybe me and 5 of my competitors or whatever, we each give $10,000 or $50,000. We call it an NSERC chair maybe, or whatever. We give them some money and we're privy to whatever they discover. Okay? But we don't supervise it. We're just one of several participants who throws the government money to do something. That automatically qualifies. You don't have to write up a project description. There's a simple form called third-party payment form. Not only do you get your full credits, the Ontario and provincial, in Ontario, you get an extra 20% fully refundable provincial credit, both large and small companies. It's called the OBRI. And in Quebec, significant credits as well, 17 up to 35%. Okay? So really here, all you have to do is be entitled to exploit the work. Usually the university is under controls the work, and you're just one of several funding participants. They want a contract, and really you don't have to do much. You just fill out this one form, and it's basically who is it paid to, what's the address and business number of the approved association, how does it relate to your business, and you only got about 10 words or less. How are you entitled to exploit? So it relates to my business because I develop work in this, and I get advanced results. Literally, I've never put more than 5 words in there, and I've never had one of those denied. So if you're doing work like that with the university, the real question is, are they a contractor or is it a third-party payment? If it's a third-party payment, that's the way you want to claim it. You don't have to write project descriptions, nothing. Okay? Now, I'm going to talk about this, and I put it under third-party payments because they say one of the things is you have to be entitled to exploit the results. This is a huge issue that pops up, and more than just third-party payments. So recently I've seen situations where the CRA is saying, well, you don't own all the patent rights, or you don't own all of the technology, so you can't claim SR&ED. And what I said was, entitlement to exploit was something that was clearly outlined in one of the interpretation bulletins that was replaced with the policies in 2012. And when I say, when things go missing, I raise my hand and say, hey, how come this is missing? This could be a problem. And the Director Generals in Ottawa will say, oh no, we understand that this is the case. Nothing's changed. It's going to be same status quo. And I say, oh, really? And then 3 years later, usually 3 to 4 years later, I start seeing these issues pop up. So now I'm seeing issues related to entitlement to exploit. You don't have entitlement to exploit, is what they're saying. Well, so I'll go back. I'll say, well, there is no pronouncement of what that means other than our old policy papers, where supposedly nothing's changed, so I should be able to rely on that, is my position. It says entitlement to exploit is considered to be met in cases where the taxpayer has the right to use a patent that results from the SR&ED, even if the taxpayer is charged a royalty or similar fee for the use. It's also considered to be met where the taxpayer is entitled to distribute or market any product that results from the project. Okay? So really what they say is, I just need some preferential right to use the results of this that Joe off the street wouldn't have. It could be as little as, with the NSERC chairs, the way they do it is, we're going to release all the information to the public, but you're going to get it 3 months ahead of anyone else. You have entitlement to exploit. Okay? So entitlement to exploit is a very small threshold. You need some preferential entitlement over what someone non-related to the business would have off the street.